cycling, you've got professional cycling, you've got World Tour cycling at a higher level than that. Then you've got the Tour de France, which kind of sits on its own. Any person who races a bicycle, whether on the road, the track, I think at one point Chris Hoy will have wanted to win something at the Tour de France, you know. Any kid who rides a bicycle, like the Tour de France is the absolute pinnacle. Like I said, it's bigger than cycling. You're a general person in the street, you go to them, they're not into cycling, you say, what does the winner of the World Championships wear in cycling? Most people wouldn't know, but you ask anybody in the street, there's a winner of the Tour de France where every single person is going to say yellow jersey, every single person, you know. The Tour de France just has a different meaning. The consequences of winning and losing are greater, you know. You only have 21 opportunities a year to win a stage of the Tour de France, and you have to take every single one of them. I could have won every other race on the planet, but without my Tour de France wins, I'd perhaps be the cyclist I am, I won't be the sports person I am, you know, and I owe all that to the Tour de France, really. There's a victory that stands out, that's pretty special to me, that I don't think we're ever going to see it quite like that again in cycling, and that's my victory on the Champs-Élysées. I think it was my last time I won on the Champs-Élysées in 2012, and I was getting led out by the yellow jersey of the Tour de France, which was Brad Wiggins. He's almost my brother, you know. We went through everything together through professional cycling in 2007-8. And that was pretty special, to be part of a team that's won the Tour de France. There's not many riders who will get to experience that in their career. Champs-Élysées, it's a special sprint. It's the most beautiful race finish. It's probably the race finish that most people in the world would know. Where does the Tour de France finish? Champs-Élysées in Paris, you know. But it's a very hard sprint to get right. There's a corner, it's a bit too far to go all the way from the corner to the line. It's slightly uphill, it's on cobblestones. There's a certain line you have to take on the cobbles to get the best out of it. And it's at the end of 3 weeks of the Tour de France, so the hardest bike race in the world. So it's a hard one to get right, and yeah, I've won there in like different ways. 2009 was special, that yeah, we nailed it so right into the last corner that Mark was second as well. As sports science and nutrition has become important, that's been in kind of my generation, and that's something we've learned, and that's definitely what I'm glad I live in this day and age for. We know our bodies, we know different people work in different ways, different people's physiology is different, and the more we understand that, the more you can tailor specific products to people and their needs. The most important product in sports nutrition that I've used throughout my career is Rego. It's having the right mix of protein and carbohydrate immediately after I finish the stage. You see the rider crossing the line, but you don't see what's gone from the crossing line to seeing the newspapers, and that's going on the podium, it's doing anti-doping control, it's interviews with different TVs, different newspapers, it's seeing the fans, and it can be a good few hours before you get close to your hotel. Ideally, as soon after you finish as you can, you need to replenish what your body's taken out during that race and what you need to recover for the day after. And Rego's always just been perfect, it's just there as soon as you cross the finish line.